What's going on, everyone? So, as we posted, we're going to have Mo Harris on. We're going to talk about his upcoming fight at Kingdom. So let me just invite him in. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Good stuff, mate. How's your day been?
Yeah. Good man. What about you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Um, so we're going to jump straight in then. So how long have you been doing MMA for?
I've been doing it for about 2 years now, a bit over 2 years.
Mm,
Striking a bit longer, to be honest with you. But MMA, yeah, about 2 years.
yeah. Now, how you mentioned striking there? How was it that you got into MMA?
I started off with kickboxing, with like a freestyle kickboxing gym. Yeah, I started there for a bit, and then someone from that gym, he started doing MMA, and then started doing MMA with him for a bit, and then I moved in from there.
Yeah. But did you move to Strike Kings from that? Because I know you haven't always been with Strike Kings, have you?
No. So after the kickboxing, I started with some guy called Robbie Kennedy.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, I started doing MMA with him for a bit, and then I went to Strike Kings.
Yeah. And what was it that attracted you to Strike Kings? Was it your situation, or did you actually sort of seek out Strike Kings?
I wanted to do S&C, so I found Michael Headstrong. So I started doing S&C with him, and then I seen Callum like just doing PTs and stuff. So I started doing PTs with him, and then he started just like putting on classes and stuff like that for us.
Yeah. Yeah. And how have you found it there? Is it just the space for you? Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's like a fucking family, man. It's everyone's having a laugh. Just yeah, sit gym, everything, man.
Yeah. And do you go to Aspire as well, don't you? Do you do just S&C in there, is it, or do you
No, I'm
train?
here for a bit now, so I've been here for a good like 4 weeks now, just training here loads because the flyweights here are just sick in it. So
Mm,
yeah, just loads of training here, man,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
back to Bradford for weekends and stuff like that.
yeah. Um, so in your last fight, you won by ground and pound from the half guard. From the half guard, that's something you don't see as much anymore. Have you drilled that specifically, or is that just how that fight just ended, essentially?
Um, I think it just clicked really because I didn't really like think of it of being like a good position, but then when I was in it, it felt like a dominant position where you couldn't really do out. So
Mm,
I just like felt like I was good in that position, dominant, and then start throwing shots, and like you couldn't really do out from there.
yeah. Do you, do you find like so these days in MMA, you don't, as I say, you don't see it utilised as much. Do you believe that position's underutilised now?
Yeah, I think so. Like loads of people go into like side control and stuff like that, but I think half guard's better than side control. You can throw a lot more shots and stuff like that, and yeah, you're on top of him a bit more than side control, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Do, does it feel like there's a bit more safety from that area? Like you're not going to lose
Yeah, that as
position?
well. Like yeah, because like you're sitting on his legs, aren't you? So it's like your weight's on him.
Yeah, yeah. You mentioned earlier about kickboxing. How did that start? Did you always want to do kickboxing? Was it?
No, I just like so started watching Conor McGregor on TV, and then just wanted to start a gym, and then I just found the closest gym to me. So then I just
Yeah,
joined that. Ever since, I just like enjoyed it, and just like wanted to keep doing it.
yeah. And you had a K1 fight as well. Was that the first fight you had before you debuted in
Uh,
MMA? Was it?
yeah. So I've had two K1 fights actually. So one was a junior one, and then a couple of years after that, after lockdown, I had another one. and then
Yeah,
that's when I kind of started like training more MMA with Strike Kings and all them lot, and then I started doing my MMA with them. And I had last March was my MMA fight.
yeah. What what do you make of that experience with K1? How much do you feel it differs from MMA in terms of like preparation and that?
It's just a lot more, to be honest with you. Like you got to do your wrestling, your jits, even your strength and conditioning. It's like I feel like it's a lot harder than just
Mm.
standing up and K1. You know, if you know what I mean. Like yeah, your strength is going to be a lot more as well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, I get you. Um, so you mentioned Strike Kings there. Can you just let us know like some of the fighters coming out to Strike Kings and who we can expect to keep an eye
Yeah,
out
man.
for?
So if we got Shahad, who's fighting in March 4th, that UKFC, and you've also got
Mm.
Aman. There's a few other lads as well, like Johnny, even Shaq. Um, who else is there? You got Ibe, you got Hazik. Yeah, loads of them, and even the juniors, man. Like the juniors fought last weekend, and they all just smashed it.
Yeah, yeah, good, good team.
Yeah, yeah, very good team. Especially for the gym that's just opened, like not long ago. It's like you can see us progressing a lot more, and like even just these little fights, like you can tell.
Yeah. Do you think it's doing so well because of like obviously the team itself, but the Mullen brothers and what they're
Yeah,
doing?
I feel like they're a lot more like they're active fighters in it. So I feel like it's like a positive thing because they know they're always learning themselves. So it's like they're always improving. So when they're improving, and like we're always improving as well.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so getting into your upcoming fight, then you're fighting this month, the 25th at Kingdom. Your
Yeah.
opponent's Liam Marnell. Do you know much about him?
No, not really. I've couldn't really find out any fights or anything like that. But yeah, there's nothing there of him. Couldn't find anything.
Yeah, yeah. That sort of brings me on to my next one. With your approach to fighting, do you prefer knowing some stuff about your opponent or not really knowing too much, just like it's a debut again, essentially?
Yeah, it's like that to be honest with you. Like even my last fight, I didn't really know anything about him. But yeah, I'm just there to do my thing really. Like wherever it goes, I'm gonna be prepared for that. If it's standing, it's standing. If it's ground, it's ground. Whatever it is, I'm alright with.
Yeah. And you feel that that approach is better, just not knowing anything and treating it like a debut.
Yeah, because you're gonna prepare for everywhere then, and you're always gonna be ready wherever it goes, isn't it?
Yeah. And obviously if you focus on an opponent, you might be looking at stuff that's years old, you know what I mean? Not a few years old, and then
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah,
pick from that. So it's like don't know the word I'm looking for, but it's not an actual representation of who they may be now,
yeah. I know what you
sort of
mean.
thing.
Everyone improves, don't they? So everyone's like changing all the time. So it's like no point
Yeah,
looking at someone that's quite a while ago, isn't it?
yeah. It's just be like someone looking at yourself, a few months ago, and assuming you've improved tons,
Yeah,
since the past few months, haven't you?
yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, definitely a lot of improvements for me, man. Um, yeah, man, I just can't wait to fight now. It's about 2 weeks Saturday. Yeah,
Yeah.
so just waiting for that now.
Where would you say your strengths lie? Would you say you're more of a striker with starting in the kickboxing, or would you say your ground game is the place to be?
I probably am still a striker, but I feel like as the months go on, I'm like converting into more MMA and like mixing it up a lot more. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And how's that experience been like bringing it all together and literally becoming a mixed martial artist?
Yeah, man. It's like I remember the first like 6 months I did it like proper MMA. I was like lost and like the techniques were just like going over my head. But then I started doing a lot more and more. Then like I started understanding it a lot more, and then understanding the positions and like why you would do certain things and stuff like that. So yeah, just like
Mm.
you start to get it a lot more, and it comes to you a lot more and like a lot easier.
Yeah. Do you feel like your fight IQ improves as well as you sort of keep doing it? Know what I mean? Because I think when
Yeah,
you start, there's a worry of, I'm not gonna pick this up or so along the lines of that. But do you feel that that always improves the more you're doing it?
yeah, 100%, man. Yeah, it's just, uh, yeah, it's just like when you keep doing it, it's just like you just see a lot of things as well, especially when you have active fighters in gym, like Callum and Tom, and you see them not training, you understand like the technique they're showing, and when they do it, it's like you understand it, and then you say, "Oh yeah, I get why he's done that now," and this and that. So it's like, yeah, it's like one of them, innit?
Yeah. And then it's good to put it into practice what you've learned, and it's just yeah. So I have only got one more for you. I didn't want to give you too many with it being like one of your first ones. So come fight night, what can people expect to see from Mo Harris?
Like Shard said, there, big win. Um, yeah, man, wherever it goes, I'll be ready. So striking, wrestling, jits, whatever it is, I'll just if I see a knockout, I'll knock him out. If I see a submission, I'll submit him. Just wherever it goes, I'll be ready.
Yeah, and actually, sorry, just the last one. What kind of activity can people expect from you this year? Are you looking on fighting quite often as much as you can, or
So I'm a fight now, well, in 2 weeks, and then after Ramadan, hopefully I try to get back into camp straight away after Ramadan, and then stay active from then.
mm, yeah, all good, mate. Well, thank
Yeah,
you for your time. As I say, I didn't want to put too many down just with it being one of your first ones. So, I'm hopefully I'll be there on the night as well. So hopefully I'll catch you there, and all the best, mate.
yeah, nice one, bro. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
No problem, mate. Thank you.
Nice one, bro. See you in a bit.
Uh, Mo Harris, everyone. Nice one for jumping in and watching. So Mo will fight Liam Marnell 25th February at Kingdom. Get down there, support the fighters. Be a good night. A lot of good fights on there.